Today's podcast is sponsored by the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. Its goal is to tell the story of the American experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today, so that all generations will understand the price of freedom and be inspired by what they learn. Today we are going to discuss the great young minds who aren't recognized enough that risked and sacrificed their lives to save others and go against the Nazi Empire, the Edelweiss Pirates. As a lot of people know, as Hitler was in power, he had a school for young boys called Hitler Youth that trained boys on the Nazi concept, gave them an education, and prepared them for war. With this, Hitler hoped to teach the incoming generations how to think and act German, and at its height, the Hitler Youth had 8 million members, making it the largest youth organization in the world. Later, the Nazis established an equivalent organization for German girls that could be known as the Band of German Maidens. There were groups that greatly disagreed with this and Hitler's ideals and would choose not to join these groups, as they saw themselves as the opposite of Hitler Youth, for they rejected their paramilitary structure, Nazi ideology, and gender segregation. These rebellious kids were known as the Edelweiss Pirates. To avoid Hitler Youth and German Youth, many groups of boys and girls who disagreed with the Nazi ways avoided associating with these groups as much as they could. Kids and teens did this by leaving school, which was allowed in working-class families at the time. A more dangerous way out was to leave the youth group, which if found after leaving would cause major consequences as the youth organization had become mandatory in 1936. Still, these brave kids, ranging from 14 to 17 years old, left and went to see if they could find others like them, with the goal to be able to enjoy their last years of freedom away from the aggressive Nazi party, as boys had to join the army at 18. These groups of kids were forming in larger cities such as Hamburg, Leipzig, Frankfurt, and one especially known in Cologne. They had many names that they went by, some being swigs or packs, and in large groups they were known as the Fahrtenstees or Traveling Dudes, which were from Essen. There were the Edelweiss Pirates from Oberhausen and Dusseldorf, and then there were the Navajos from Cologne. These rebellious kids made up more than 5,000 teens, with around 3,000 being from Cologne alone. Even though they all have different names depending on where they are from, they mainly identified as the Edelweiss Pirates.